let's start with Ben and Jen. Ben and Jen have pulled the old Pete D. The old Pete D.
Never go Pete D.
You pulled the old Pete D and got a tattoo of their love. Now, here's the deal. They've done studies. They've done peer-reviewed studies that anyone who tattoos their lover on their body has a 100% breakup rate. Have you ever met anyone? Have you ever, let me ask you two a question, okay? Let me ask you two a question. You two fruity arts majors, a question. One in fucking finger painting and the other one in Shakespearean acting. Have you and will you ever meet, ever, a couple that currently has tattoos of each other on their body at dinner? Is that possible? Do you think that's more likely or an alien invasion? Which would you suspect you will see first? I'm going to say unequivocally an alien invasion will happen before I meet a couple that's been together 10 plus years with tattoos of the other on their body. There's nothing that says impulse more than tattoos on your body, because getting tattoos is a bad decision to begin with. Case in fucking point.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a piece of barbed wire.
That's what that is?
I only had $50, so I wanted to get the whole thing.
It's been barbed wire this whole time?
Yeah.
Dog, I thought it was a broken piece of asparagus.
Either that or it just looks like a cancer scar. It looks like seaweed or whatever you want to call it.
You know what? It's good you didn't finish it. You would look like Pam Anderson.
I know. It was I think the same template as Pam Anderson. Thank God I only had $50 in college. And then I have one on my ankle, which I like to call my girl tat, which I got in Miami on the inside of my ankle. They're never good decisions. So, so Ben and Jen got, what, 2 arrows, and they showed it off on their Dunkin' Donuts commercial? Is that what happened? There's nothing when you can commodify true love for Dunkin' Donuts when you're both multimillionaires. Do these people say no to anything? But you know what? I think maybe he loves Dunkin'. Because
he loves Dunkin'. He's
he's a former alcoholic, and alcoholics love fucking Red Bulls and iced coffees. Yeah. Is there anything more that a former addict loves than a fucking iced coffee? You ever see Sergio Chicone order 3 extra tall fucking nitro-infused cold brew iced coffees? Yeah. So, those are as close as cocaine as you can get.
You got to replace that addiction with something.
With as close to cocaine.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that level of caffeine is like borderline cocaine. But yeah, Ben's a former alcoholic. And his marriage and children, his responsibilities with Jennifer Gardner drove him to drink. Which is a very sweet thing to say about his ex-wife. So now, yeah, they did their Dunkin' Donuts commercial. And in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, he's working there. And then she goes, "Where have you been?" "Ben, how come you ain't home?" "It's Jenny from the block. Where you been?" And he's like, "What? Stop bothering me at work, Jenny. I love it here." As if he's Andy Kaufman. As if he's fucking been to a Dunkin' Donuts. You know? He's probably never even seen Quincy, Mass. I mean, the kid's from Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
Him and Matt Damon are like from the Park Slope of Boston. But, yeah, they better get ready to turn those, you know, because the tattoo looks like 2 rowing paddles. Yeah. It looks like arrows. They better turn that. They're going to have to get a sailboat tattoo. Yeah. They're going to have to connect that to a sailboat at some point.
Either that or they're going to have to become spokespersons for Bluetooth.
Yeah. Pete D will be getting a text for advice on a good cover-up tattoo guy.
Yeah. You just can't you can't tattoo the name of your lover on your body.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm sorry I made another joke about you, but guess what? You're in Us Weekly.
Yes.
I mean, what do you want me to fucking do? Ignore it?
Please come on his podcast.
Yeah, just come on. What the fuck?
Please.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus. I tell you. So that was one of the Super Bowl commercials. Jesse's just caught in a spiral of better for love photos. I mean, why doesn't BetMGM do fun stuff? This is why they should not have replaced me with Turtle from Entourage. Because I got good ideas. I wonder how those ratings are doing. I got good ideas. You know what would be a fun bet for the ladies? How come men are the only people that bet, and why is sports the only thing that's bet on? Why don't we add some betting for the ladies? And what would that betting be? A time frame on when Ben and Jennifer will break up. Okay? Or when a housewives thing, like when will one OD? When's one going to prison? Who's going to smack who? I mean, there's plenty of things that you can use that women like in that's related to gossip that you could bet on. Women love gossip. So wouldn't that be a great, if you could bet on that?
Yeah.
Like under 5, you know, it's like if you hit the mark, you get the daily double or whatever. I'm not a bettor. I think that's what BetMGM was starting to understand when I would go on there and be like, all right, who played last week? What's the upside down over the 6? I would say instead of the over under, I'd be like, what's the upside down? I don't bet because I'm not a gambler. Oh, here you can bet on J-Lo and Ben Affleck's odds of getting divorced or separated by 2025. So there, I mean, but there's no official click or anything. BetMGM or DraftKings should do that.
Yeah, FanDuel.
That's fun. I would bet on that.
Yeah.
Because that's a funny one.
It's like the Yankees and the Red Sox, a 7-game series.
And listen, it's a long-time investment, too. It's like a stock, right? So if they stay together, some people will bet that they're going to stay together, and then, you know, those people will win. It'll be worth more, right? Can you buy stock? This is, again, I'm doing a joke off my special Blowing the Light. But it's kind of true. You buy stock in the relationship, and that'll be fun. You buy stock in companies. Why can't you buy stock in relationships? And if they stay together, your stock goes up. Now they got an incentive to stay together. But even if Ben and Jen had that incentive, they're not making it. They're just not making it. 2 narcissists can't make it. They just can't. Because here is the reality about relationships. My dad told me the truth. Best case scenario, they're close to impossible. That's what he told me. He also told me life's about survival and a few other things that have brought on some existentialist ennui. It would have been nice if he just said there's a heaven and we're all going to it, and it's full of puppies that you can frolic with.
He didn't say that, though.
I understand. I understand why people need that, because I want it. There's puppies in heaven, and I'm going there. But my dad was like, it's about survival, no different than a cockroach. Also, marry a woman who's 10 years younger because women age like shit. Also, the third thing I said, which best case scenario, even a good relationship is next to hard. That's why it's like, even when people ask advice and they're like, maybe I should get in a relationship, maybe not. I'm going like, it's never going to happen for you. Right? If you're contemplating it, at the first sign of something hard, you're getting out of there. It's anything that's worthwhile is going to be hard. Comedy's been hard, right? You know? I remember at the beginning, I was fucking driving for $150. That's year 5 of a marriage in comedy years. Driving 15 hours for $100. But it's worth it. Nothing good's not. So Ben and Jen, just stop. Just stop with the marriages. Here's the thing. Celebrities, stop with the nuptials. Keep your options open. Like, you gotta edit that out. Bleep it.
Bleep it.
Just bleep it. Keep your options open. Stop lying to yourselves. Stop lying. Stop lying. You're not normal people. You're gonna have an extreme high of a life, and then you're gonna die of a pill overdose when the high comes down. Because you're not going to be able to deal with not being it, okay? Only Paul Newman could deal with that. And he started a not-for-profit company and lived in Connecticut. But not Ben and Jen. They're not going to deal with it well.
Yeah, they're not going to make their own salad
dressing. I mean, have you seen Madonna? She looks like she was...
Yeah.
And survived.
She looks like she was sticking her head out of a window on the freeway.
Yeah, bleep that too. Make a note. I mean, Madonna...
I just realized what you said.
Yeah, I know. You got to bleep that. Dog, Madonna looks like she got stung by 150 yellow jackets. She looked like she was on. She looked like she was on Wild Boys with Chris Pontius and Steve-O.
Yeah.
And they put her in a closet, and she got stung by 150 fucking yellow
She
jackets.
looks like a fish off a shark tail.
She looked like she got fucking stung by those yellow jackets that kill all the bees. Beep it. You know those killer ones? She looked like she got stabbed by a bunch of those killer bees. You got 3 beeps in a minute. Don't forget. Stop with the nuptials, right, Jess?
Yeah. Boy.
I mean, look at what's happened to Madonna.
She looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Dog, she looks like Mickey Rourke on Halloween.
She looks like she's been floating face
Have you
down.
seen Mickey Rourke? Pull up Mickey Rourke. I mean, what are these people doing to themselves? Look, my dad looked pretty good in his 80s. Yeah. You just have to not. But you see, the thing is, these people, they dude, Mickey Rourke and Madonna look like the same person at this point. I mean, that looks like Madonna. That looks like Madonna transition to a guy. I mean, look at what Mickey Rourke has done to himself. He looks like he's recovering from a UFC fight wounds. It's tough to see. Pull that one up. Yeah, the profile. Oof. Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ. He's wearing a wig.
That's sewn on. What's going on?
Oh my God, it's sewn on. How old is he at this point?
That might be for a movie, I hope.
No, it's just, it ends bad. With the plastic surgery, it just, you remember Joan Rivers just started to look like a doll? You know, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's, the nuptials never work. I think Steve Carell's still with his wife, Nancy Walls.
Yeah.
There's a few that stick it out, but it's not, you can tell the people who are more stable than not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell kind of Steve Carell's is going to work out for a while. Howard's worked out for a while, right? And then he got with Beth.
Are you working on your Howard?
No, yeah, I was just going there like, yeah. Howard's with Beth now, right? And Beth's younger?
Yeah, she's like 15 years.
Yeah, do they live in the same house, or does he make her take COVID tests before they go to bed?
Yeah, I think they live in a mansion. They live in a palace in the Hamptons.
And he has kids with his first wife, right? Does he have kids with Beth?
No, no kids.
No kids with Beth.
Just a ton of cats.
Just a ton of cats. You know, that's what Hollywood is. It ends ugly, right? It just goes, because it's such a high. When you're famous, it's such a high.
Yeah.
That you can't let that go. You're going to chase that forever. You can't.
It's not a place meant for longevity.
You got to join Scientology or something.